What is up, everyone? Zero Creature here, and welcome back to another tier list video. Uh, a few days ago, I did a ranking of every single Generation 1 Pokemon. You guys seem to like it, so we'll be doing another video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking every single Generation 2 Pokemon. Um, we got S, A, B, C, and D. And it's just going to go how it did before. So we're just going to go ahead, rank all these guys. So yeah, without further ado, like and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. Starting off with Chikorita, Easy D tier. It's cute, but this entire line is absolutely horrible in the games. The grass typing in Johto is really bad. I can't even explain how bad it is, because it just doesn't do much against any Pokemon. It's pretty bad. Cyndaquil, on the other hand, is an easy S tier, along with Typhlosion. And Quilava is an actually A tier because it's an alright middle stage evolution, you know? Fire type's also actually decent in Johto, so yeah. Totodile, it's cute. I'll put an A tier. S tier. It's really adorable. Crocodile's B tier because it's really mid, but for Alligator's definitely A tier. Again, another pretty solid line, as well as, for Alligator being decent and competitive with sheer force, that boosts some of its attacks, has Dragon Dance to boost its attack and speed. Also, not to mention, with Typhlosion, I should mention this. It was my starter of choice in Heart Gold, as well as Legends Arceus, which I had a lot of fun using. So, Sentret is B tier, it's cute. And then Furt's S tier. If you know, you know. Hoothoot C tier, and Noctowl is B tier. Noctowl's good in Pokemon Go PvP, but useless in the main series games, and Hoothoot's kind of just forgettable. And as an early route bird, it's really, honestly forgettable. Ladybuzz cute, and Letting is useless. Spinarak is I hate spiders, but as a nice shiny, and Ariados is also I hate spiders. But then again, Ariados looks kind of cool, so maybe we'll bump it up to C tier. Crobat is an easy S tier. I love this Pokemon. I actually have one in Pokemon Go for the Great League, and I love it. I named it Kronk, and it's actually a shiny with 100% IV in Great League, so it's technically like a PvP Shundo, which is really cool. But yeah, it performs really well there. Not to mention, Crobat's just a really cool Pokemon, like really awesome design. It's really fun to use. I don't know, I like it a lot. Chinchou's B tier, it's pretty cute. But Lantern's S tier. Definitely such a such a cool Pokemon. It's really cute, really cool. I love the color scheme. Really unique typing that only shares with like one other Pokemon. And before Rotom Wash, it was actually the only electric water type. I think barring Chinchou as well. So it's also good in PvP in Great League. It's a pretty solid Pokemon, as well as being alright to use in playthroughs. Pichu is pretty cute. I'd put it in A tier just because it's cute. And it's definitely probably my favorite of the babies, barring Togepi. But Igglybuff and Cleffa can both go down in D tier. And Togetic is in C tier because at one point it was the final stage of Togepi. There was no Togekiss. And it was just really bad. There was no point in using it. It was horrible. Natu is a derpy bird, but Xatu is really forgettable, honestly. Mareep, on the other hand, is pretty cute. Flaffy is less cute, and I don't really like the pink on it. But Ampharos is a solid A tier. Really good Gen 2 Pokemon. Really classic. Um, if you don't have this on your playthrough team as your electric type, you're probably doing something wrong. Blossom, I'm gonna put an A tier. I think it's really cute. And it's not that good, but I think it's adorable. Meryl's B tier for the same reason. And Azumarill is in C tier. It's really annoying in Pokemon Go PvP. Um, and in the main series games, it's actually decent and competitive because it's got huge power. So your attack is actually usable. And then you can spam, and then you have like Belly Drum to be even more stupid powerful. You can mount Aqua Jet for priority. So Got options. Sudowoodo, I'm gonna put in C tier. Pretty forgettable, but kind of a cool design. Politoed is B tier. I think it's cute, and you know, used to be really important for setting up rain in like Gen 5. Hoppip, Hoppip is cute, so I'll put in B tier, but Skiploom and Jumpluff can both go in C tier. And Apom is really forgettable, but it has a nice shiny. Suncurrent and Sunflora are also pretty bad. And Yanma is also bad, but it's got a nice shiny. Wooper, S tier, obviously. And Quagsire, I'll put in B tier. I like it. It's derpy. It's fun. Espeon, I'll put in B tier, but Umbreon is easy A tier or S tier because Espeon is my. Oh, I prefer Umbreon so much more. Right, even competitive Umbreon. Like I remember using Umbreon in Pokemon Showdown, and it performed really well. It was so bulky, and just it was amazing. And then Espeon is also good. Magic Bounce, and I do think it's pretty cool and cute, but I do prefer Umbreon. Murkrow is decent shiny, but has some use actually in competitive with Prankster, but aside from that, it's Slowking, I prefer Slowbro. Mischievous is really bad ghost type. I feel like they should have added more ghost types because Mischievous being the only ghost type they added is, to be frank, kind of stupid. I feel like they should have added way more good ghost types because then you only have Mischievous in the entire Ghastly line, right? Unknown has some cool stuff behind it. I like the creepy pauses around it, and it's a mysterious Pokemon. I kind of like it. Wobbuffet's A tier, obviously. Really iconic. It was with Team Rocket a bunch. It's kind of the comic relief, and it has a really good shiny, and even was banned from overuse in competitive Pokemon in earlier generations because if you lived a hit, you could also one-shot anything. So yeah. Okay, sorry. Giraffurig's really forgettable. Like this Pokemon's just eh. Pineco has a good shiny, and Fortress is at least decent in competitive, but aside from that, I don't really have any fondness for them. Dunsparce is useless, but it's derpy, and it has an alright shiny. Gligar, on the other hand, I love its evolution Gliscor, and it has a nice shiny, and it's got a bit of play actually in competitive, especially if it's holding the Eviolite. It can be pretty tanky. So yeah. We'll put Steelix up in A tier because it's really cool. I feel like this is a really dope evolution to Onyx because Onyx was horrible, right? But then they made it actually good. They gave the Steel typing, um, and it looks awesome, right? So Snubble, I don't like this thing. Same with Gramble. Really forgettable Pokemon, honestly. Don't forget they didn't even have the Fairy type at first, so they're basically nothing. Quillfish. Uh, Decent shiny, so that's basically all that's carrying it. Kind of like Murkrow, but really forgettable Pokemon, honestly. Scizor, on the other hand, easy S tier. I love this Pokemon. Um, really good design, really awesome Mega, and pretty good and competitive too. I just love this Pokemon. Shuckle, I'm gonna put in A tier. Good shiny. Uh, it's cute. I really like it. So yeah, Heracross though is easy S tier. I don't know why, but Scizor and Heracross are definitely my favorite bug type Pokemon. Both from Gen 2. And they both got really good megas, but I think Heracross is just really cool. It's really cute and it has a dope shiny. Scizor, on the other hand, is C tier. It's got an shiny, but even don't forget in Generation 2 this did not have an evolution, which is the issue with a lot of these Pokemon, right? Murkrow, Sneasel, Quillfish, Dunsparce, Togetic, right? Girafarig, Mischievous, Yanma, Apom. All these Pokemon were just stuck in really bad weak forms, and they didn't really do much. right? At least Gligar had the advantage of being bulky. Sorry that I'm yawning a lot, by the way. I woke up really early today. Um, but yeah, it's just a lot of these Pokemon are really useless, and they did get rectified later on. But yeah, Teddiursa is cute, and Ursaring is kind of cool. Uh, Teddiursa also has a pretty nice shiny. Slugma has a really good shiny, but Magcargo sucks, and I hate it. It's got nothing going for it, but Slugma has that amazing shiny. And I think Swineup's pretty good, but Pilot Swine's honestly really unfinished. I can't even imagine this line anymore without Mamoswine, which just goes to show it should have existed in the first place. Corsola doesn't really need to exist, but it's a nice shiny. Remoraid has a dope ass shiny, which is only basically the only reason it's in B tier, and then Octillery is really forgettable. Deadly Weird sucks. Mantine's forgettable, but Skarmory's pretty dope actually. I think Skarmory's a good Pokemon. You know, decent competitive too. Houndour, Houndoom is, kind of cool. Kingdra, on the other hand, I think is A tier. Kingdra's a really cool Pokemon, actually. And then Phanpy is also A tier, just because it's really adorable. But Donphan's, I think, in B tier, because it still looks kind of cool. Porygon 2 is actually A tier. I think it's cool and cute, and I like it a lot, actually. It's kind of derpy. But I do like how they give Porygon some more love. Stantler is easy D tier. It's so forgettable, right? And the shiny is really different, but really mid. Smeargle's got that niche as, being able to learn any, like, use any move, kind of. Can't use a few certain ones, but aside from that, Smeargle's kind of cool, I guess. But Tyrogue and Hitmontop are honestly so forgettable. I don't like these things at all. I don't know why. They just don't stick with me. And then Smooch and Magby both go down to D tier, but Elekid is at least C tier. Miltank can. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Hold on. That one's supposed to be D tier. D. There we go. Okay. Blissey. Big round blob. What can I say? Raikou's easy. A tier. Entei's B tier, and Suicune's A tier. These two have always been way better in competitive, whereas Entei's just kind of been nowhere. There's a bug on the wall. Hold on. I'm gonna keep talking though. Yeah, basically, right. I feel like Entei is also a lot less cool, but it's got a cool shiny, and I'd say it's cooler than Raikou's shiny. But Suicune still has the best shiny, I feel, out of the three. And it also has type overlap with Typhlosion, and in the original Gen 2 games, you were probably going to choose Typhlosion over Feraligatr. Um, and even if you do choose Feraligatr, and hey, I mean, there's not too many fire type options, obviously, so I guess it's an alright option. I'll move it up to 8 here. Larvitar, obviously, both of those are iconic, right? Because they evolve into Tyranitar, which is easy S tier, easily one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon, right? It's so cool. Lugia, I'd say, is A tier. So is Ho-Oh. Obviously, the mascots, the box art legends, really iconic, and pretty good Pokemon overall, pretty bulky, right? Good in PvP, in Pokemon Go, good in competitive Pokemon. Tyranitar has actually fallen off quite a bit in competitive, but, it used to be. It was overused in every single generation before Gen 9, right? In Pokemon Go, it was also historically, like, a pretty good, like, a solid Pokemon. And even though it's been falling off a bit, it got Brutal Swing to really buff it as a Dark type. Got the Mega, right? So even though Mega Diancie actually classes it as a Rock type attacker now, Mega Tyranitar is still better for groups. And don't forget, it's still got that dark typing to back itself up on. And it's got the shadow form, and it's amazing in that role. And I'd say Celebi is pretty cute, so it gets A tier. B tier. It's an alright mythical. So, my overall consensus, my final thoughts on Gen 2. It's got some really strong Pokemon, you know? Anything in the S and A tier are pretty strong designs. B tier is like, alright, it's good. C tier is like, not that great. D tier is like, okay, this thing kind of sucks. And then the FU tier is for Miltank, because this is the worst Pokemon to ever exist. But to be fair, there are worse Pokemon just because they're so useless. But that's going to wrap up the tier list. So thank you guys all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And yeah, I'll probably make a Generation 3 tier list if you guys want to see that. Because I've already made Gen 4. So we'll skip past that. We'll skip past Gen 4 if we do get to that. We'll do Gen 3 and go to Gen 5. And then Gen 3, spoiler alert, is kind of the same thing with Johto. It's really hit or miss, right? Like there's some, hit designs, and then there's some miss designs, or just like miss Pokemon in general. Like Mischievous, I say it's kind of cute, but it's useless. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.